Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is something called forced marriage. Now, forced marriage cannot last. That is the truth. And it is because of only one reason. It is because the husband and the wife pretend to love one another just to make some people happy for some time. But because there is no love, that marriage will end up in divorce. There is also a forced political marriage currently in the opposition between the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, the former deputy president, Rigathi, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Martha Karua. And after what happened recently, 3 days ago, on the 29th of May, in Tseikuru village, Kitui County, where Kalonzo Musyoka comes from, during the event that was organized by Kalonzo and the former DP, Rigathi. I want to assure you in this particular video here that these opposition leaders are going nowhere. Hawaendi mahali. Trust me. Because these leaders in the opposition pretend to be united. But in the real sense, the fact remains, these leaders are deeply, very deeply divided. And it is because of Uhuru Kenyatta's reaction towards that particular event. And I'll give you Uhuru Kenyatta's direct information to Kalonzo and Rigathi after that event. That is exactly what we are going to discuss in this particular video here. And number two, Martha Karua boycotted that particular event. The absence of Martha Karua, according to the reliable sources, is that Martha Karua is not happy with Rigathi and Kalonzo. It is the same reason as to why Dr. Fred Matiang'i had to leave. He had to return to the United States and proceed with this job instead ya kubishana na the opposition. So Martha Karua is angry at Kalonzo and Rigathi because Rigathi and Kalonzo have already made a decision. Kalonzo Musyoka is the flag bearer. Then Rigathi will be his deputy. Martha Karua is not happy about it. A few days ago, you heard Rigathi himself personally dismissing Fred Matiang'i's 2027 presidential bid. He told Fred Matiang'i during an interview that Matiang'i cannot be the flag bearer in the opposition automatically because the Gusii region, where Matiang'i comes from, has no votes. It has only 2.5 million votes, which is also divided. So there is no way Matiang'i can convince the opposition to be the flag bearer. He's not capable of removing William Ruto from power. That is exactly what Rigathi told Matiang'i. We can confirm. I have the video. Just listen to this. It is very short. A very short video.
Lakini di huyu Matiang'i akuwe na chance. Lazima afike pale kwa meza ya kitaifa. Atuoneshe na ushahidi ya kwamba ameunganisha jamii ya nyumbani 2.5 ako nayo kwa meza. Sasa ndio tuanze kuulizana, okay, kwa Fred Matiang'i umekuja na 2.5. Fine. Formula gani tutaweza fanya tukusaidie? Lakini shida pale kwenu ni kugawa kura zenu. Zingine mnapatia Raila, zingine mnapatia Ruto, zingine mnapatia Tandi.
So remember what I've always said in this channel, that William Ruto and Raila Odinga will win in the 2027 elections. Whether we all like it or not, whether we sing one term the whole day, and it is because the opposition is not united. Up to date, I still wonder, why is it so hard for Uhuru, Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa come together and just support one flag bearer? Even if it's Kalonzo, they all agree to support Kalonzo. Whether it is Martha Karua, let them all support Martha Karua. Whether it is Fred Matiang'i, why can't they come together and decide, let's support Fred Matiang'i? Why the supremacy battle? Why is it that every leader in the opposition is trying to prove to be superior than the other? Rigathi Gachagua is trying to prove himself that he's better than Kalonzo. Kalonzo the same way. Martha Karua is trying to prove herself that is better than the entire opposition team. That is why Martha Karua also said a few days back that she supported Raila Odinga as his DP. I mean, the deputy president of Raila Odinga. So this time round, hawezi kubali kuwa deputy wa mtu. He cannot allow that. She must be the flag bearer. That is what Martha Karua said. So, in this video, I want us to talk about Uhuru Kenyatta's message to Rigathi and Kalonzo after that event. So let me give you the information. So if you're joining me for the first time in this channel, please take a second or two and hit the subscribe button down below for you to receive the latest political updates from this channel and also the best political analysis. My name is Jason, and of course, you are listening to Jason Vibes Radio, political channel. First of all, Kalonzo and Rigathi conducted that event because of only 3 reasons. 3 reasons only. Number 1, Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua wanted to counter William Ruto's growing presence in the Ukambani region. William Ruto is targeting the Ukambani region. That is why recently William Ruto conducted a meeting with all the grassroots leaders, specifically from the Ukambani region, in State House. And also, currently as we speak, William Ruto is set to conduct a tour to the Ukambani region, a 5-day tour to the Ukambani region. So Rigathi and Kalonzo wanted to counter William Ruto's growing presence in the Ukambani region. Number 2, Kalonzo Musyoka wanted to stamp authority as the Ukambani region kingpin, so that all the Kambas can follow him to avoid the divisions in the Ukambani region. Kalonzo wants the Kambas to support him only and the Wiper Party. The same way Rigathi Gachagua is telling the Mount Kenya people that the only political party that they should support in 2027 is the DCP that belongs to him. Any other political party in the Mount Kenya region belongs to William Ruto, even the Jubilee Party. So just to avoid the divisions in the Ukambani region. And number 3, finally, Kalonzo and Rigathi wanted to unite the entire opposition team. So this is exactly what happened there, and Uhuru Kenyatta's reaction towards that event. For the very first time since 6 months and so, Jeremiah KIONI, Uhuru Kenyatta's loyalists attended that event for the first time. Jeremiah KIONI has been boycotting each and every political event organized by Kalonzo and Rigathi Gachagua. And that is why Jeremiah KIONI received a very, very cold reception by Rigathi and Kalonzo during that event, to an extent that Jeremiah KIONI was not allowed to hold the mic and speak. That is why Jeremiah KIONI did not speak. In that event also, Jeremiah KIONI conducted 2 separate meetings with Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka. Separate meetings. I want you to have a look at this photo here. This is Jeremiah KIONI having a one-on-one discussion with Rigathi Gachagua. And another photo of Kalonzo Musyoka and Jeremiah KIONI having a one-on-one conversation. Two separate meetings in that event. The presence of Jeremiah KIONI in that event, because remember, everything in politics must happen with a reason. The presence of Jeremiah KIONI in that event shows that Uhuru Kenyatta currently, remember Jeremiah KIONI always represents Uhuru, and he has been boycotting the political events of Kalonzo and Rigathi Gachagua under Uhuru Kenyatta's firm instructions. And for Jeremiah KIONI to attend that event, it is because of Uhuru Kenyatta's instructions. Uhuru told him to attend that event. So it shows that Uhuru Kenyatta is now trying or pretending to be with these leaders, the opposition team, Kalonzo and Rigathi. Otherwise, in the recent past, Uhuru Kenyatta has been trying as much as possible to avoid Rigathi and Kalonzo. That is why Jeremiah KIONI stopped associating with Kalonzo Musyoka immediately after Rigathi Gachagua came in and started to work with Kalonzo. That is why also Uhuru Kenyatta at some point tried to somehow force the opposition leaders, Kalonzo, Rigathi, Martha Karua, all these leaders, to support Fred Matiang'i. But they refused. Rigathi Gachagua told Uhuru, no, that is not going to happen. We will all agree as the opposition, the flag bearer. But already the flag bearer has been decided. Kalonzo is the flag bearer, deputized by Rigathi Gachagua. That is what is dividing the opposition. So, Jeremiah KIONI delivered Uhuru Kenyatta's message to both Rigathi and Kalonzo. That is why they had 2 different talks, separate talks. The message is a message of unity. In the opposition side, and also a message of unity between Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua. Uhuru Kenyatta would really want to see these opposition leaders united because they have a common goal to remove William Ruto from power. Jeremiah KIONI delivered Uhuru Kenyatta's message to these leaders. And also in the Mount Kenya region, we have seen the supremacy battle between Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua. So I also strongly believe that Uhuru Kenyatta delivered a message of unity through Jeremiah KIONI to Rigathi Gachagua, so that the Mount Kenya region can be united instead of being divided. But let us give it time. I want us to wait and see how things will turn out to be. But because of these leaders pretending to be united, yet they are deeply divided, the opposition is not going to remain together ahead of the 2027 elections. I don't know what you think. I want to know your opinion in the comment section down below. What can you say about the political event that took place in Tseikuru village? Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates. My name is Jason. I'm out.